Played band for 7 years. Jazz band for 4 years. Trombone, baritone. Here's their son, Tyson Hodges. Played band 7 years. Jazz band 4 years. Trombone, baritone. For the 5 years. Emma Jones. Played in band for 7 years, jazz band for 4 years. Escorted by Bobby and Jennifer Johnson. Please welcome Natalie Harm. Played in band for 7 years, clarinet. Escorted by her future parents, Nathan and Candace Otto. Please greet Emma Otto. Played band for 7 years, alto sax, bass clarinet. Escorted by we welcome Zoe Peck Hedron. Played band for 7 years, trombone, escorted by Jason Giant. Nevaya Ricker.
Good evening, Friday Night Bulldog fans. We are live at WL Odom Field for senior night here in Wagner High School as they host the Miami Wardogs tonight. I want to thank everyone for joining us already. You watched senior night as the Wagner High School seniors were honored tonight on their final home game, at least of the regular season. And now the band has taken the field for the national anthem and the presentation of the colors, and we'll pause for that. And we are ready for kickoff in approximately, unless they add some time, which is likely, as we've been honoring the seniors for the past 30 minutes, and you just experienced the presentation of the colors and the national anthem. Might sound a little bit different this week as we have moved inside to the press box, and so it might be a little less crowd noise. Obviously, the band is not as loud as maybe what it has been in the past. Also, the stadium announcer. And so maybe during halftime, we might be able to sneak a microphone out. I'm not sure. We'll do what we can, but hopefully even being inside, especially during halftime, as we will be treated with a special production from the Wagner High School Marching Band and their annual light show at halftime. So we're looking forward to that. Until then, we've got a half of football to play as Wagoner Bulldogs will take on the Miami Wardogs. You see the seniors tonight all as the captains. This is Jeremy Holmes alongside Garrett Haddock behind the computer in the camera and John Page next to me. John, it's good to be back at WL Odom Field.
Always good to be here. Love this place. Love this place. Grew up here. That WL Odom was one of my dad's coaches.
Okay.
Back in the day. So yeah, it's nice to be back.
Bulldogs coming off a strong win last week as we went to Catoosa. And at times, John was, well, I'm not going to say questionable, but just maybe surprising.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. There was there was a scoop and score, there was a pick six, there was onside kicks, there was punt returns, long plays. It was just, quite a mix of variety of plays. It was kind of like a melting pot of football plays.
And if you remember, it started with a pick six going against us.
Right, yeah. Yeah, they had a tip ball, and we started off the game down 7-0 pretty quick. But the Bulldogs were able to bounce back and secure the W in Catoosa.
Yes, that lead did not last long. The Indians had a chance to pull within 10, and on a fourth down play near the goal line, just came up short.
Yep.
And then the Bulldogs took it right back down and scored, and a potential 10-point deficit became a 24.
Yeah, that was a big swing there, unfortunately, for Catoosa, because they had I think it was like a 4th and 25. They converted the pass, but evidently it was maybe a foot short of their first down. So then Wagner got the ball, and we got the ball, went the other direction. We were able to pull away there at the end.
If you're just now joining us, yes, it is 7:02, but the Bulldogs are just now taking the field as we have been honoring the seniors of all sports tonight, and the band and cheerleaders. So we're getting a little bit of a late start, but not much. If you're just now joining us, you have not missed football action, but you've missed the senior action, as that was pregame tonight. I want to say hello to everyone who's stepped in the chat room already. Deborah, we see you. Ann, Emma, and Connie and Jean. Appreciate you guys chiming in our chat room. And if you want to join us there or on our Facebook page, we'll be glad to converse with you throughout the game. And Connie's up in New Hampshire. She's been with us pretty much all season long.
Consistently.
And her mom and dad and family a part of Wagner for very, very long time. Her brother Pete, a 75 graduate of Wagner. And Dad had an extermination business that I had the pleasure of knowing. She is in New Hampshire now, which I doubt if it's a little chilly out there tonight, but probably nothing like New Hampshire.
Jeremy, I don't know if you saw or not, but as the band rode by, I think we got a couple track stars in the band.
Okay.
They were covering the 40 in record time.
Here we go with the opening kickoff. This is Trace Thornton finding the hole right in the middle. And, John, we have seen that several times previously, and that almost worked there.
Yeah, it almost worked there. Kick it where they're not. Find a little hole. He just kind of did a little, what I call a pooch kick. Goes about 30 yards and just drops it in a hole. And sometimes we get a lucky bounce and able to recover. But the Bulldogs will be on defense. Here's Miami lines up on their own 35.
Marla right on cue after her grandson kicked it away. She's watching from Nebraska. Amber, we see you. Appreciate you logging on. And Johnny's got some family in Lost Creek, Tennessee, in Concord, Tennessee.
Tennessee, the volunteer state.
So we appreciate you joining us tonight as the Wardogs take their first snap. 1st and 10.
Chill Knight's back.
He is back at first play from scrimmage, and it's about a 3-yard loss, John.
Yeah, we missed him last week. After a few plays, I was like, Shield Knight's not out there. So I was not briefed on the injury, but now he is back in action and makes a play on the first down for a 2-yard loss for the Wardogs.
2nd and 12 from the 33. And Miami taking a little bit of time getting this play in. As they'll have time. They'll step up with about 10 seconds left on the 25-second clock. Again, if you're just now joining us, this will be the second play for scrimmage, 2nd and 12 for the Wardogs. And here's the tailback able to pick his way through. John, there at the beginning, it looked like it was going to be a repeat of the first down.
Right. Yeah, you exactly picked the word I was going to pick. He picked his way through there. He's very patient. He was able to grab about, looks like about 7 yards.
Mm-hmm. Sure did. They'll spot it just shy of the 39. We'll call it a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 6 from the 39 for the Wardogs.
And Miami is here going with the same exact formation as the first 3 plays.
Here's a quarterback going.
Pressure.
And that's Davis.
And he's sacked. Sacked in the backfield.
Davis, and then I believe it was Bryce Steele with the cleanup. But either one of those gentlemen we called several times for last week.
Yes, we were in the backfield quickly, putting pressure on the quarterback, and we was able to hold on just long enough to bring the cavalry come, and we got each records a half sack there.
That was a loss of 10 back to just inside the 29-yard line. So it's 4th and long for the Wardogs, and they will punt it away to, it looks like, is that Thornton back there or maybe McFarland again? Punt is up and away, and it is McFarland on the run and breaking a couple of tackles and a nice return. He did a really good job of fielding that ball on the run.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, punt returns, I cringe when we don't field a punt. So anytime you can catch a punt and have a chance at a return, always makes me feel better as a former player, former coach, that don't ever want the ball to hit the ground and go the opposite direction. Try to field it, at least get some yards on the play.
McFarland near where he was last week when he made that about a 45, 50-yard punt return for a touchdown, trying to duplicate that tonight. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Wardog 47-yard line.
I think we moved early on the left side.
And preliminary indication will be a 5-yard penalty for Wagner, going against Wagner. So that'll back us up to the Bulldog 48-yard line.
Again, I think that was our left tackle, Sean Poteet. That was when you don't want your name called.
So the 5-yard penalty will put us at the 48 of the Bulldogs, 1st and 15 now. If you're just now joining us, this is the first possession of the game for Wagner. Charbonneau from the shotgun, and he's going to take it straight up the gut, and he is into the Wardogs secondary very quickly.
And he split right through the guard and the center on that design quarterback draw. You had Shield Knight as an up back in there to block, and he took that ball, and he zipped right through the line for a gain of, 8 plus 5, 13 yards.
Yeah. At the 39, they need 2 on a 2nd and 2 play. Bulldogs with the 3rd play from scrimmage, if we can count the penalty. Here's a quick hit to Edwards, and he's tackled at the 33-yard line. And, a lot of times, John, those at home or those watching from the stands, they see that just 1-2 yard pass play, and they're kind of wanting more. But on a 2nd and 2 play, and you make 6.
You just need a first down. Did the job. It's just a quick hitch route, and 28 made a really good open field tackle on that play.
Yeah. 1st and 10 Bulldogs from the Wardog 33-yard line. Here's Trenton Edward trying to bounce it to the outside. Gets there across the 25. He is still going, and he will get to, I thought he had him stacked up at about the 25, and then it was the 24, and I think it's going to be inside the 24.
That 1 yard
No,
short.
they're going to come back to about the 24. So a pickup of 9, 2nd and 1. As we say hello, Rocky Mitchell, we see you, Amber Wallace, M.W. Duck, and Dano Might.
Rocky Mitchell, that name sounds really familiar.
Rocky Mitchell
He used to do kind of boat repair, anything like that?
He was in Wagner several years ago. I can't remember
remember
where you went, Rocky.
Okay.
But here's Trenton Edward again, busting it back to the backside.
Oh,
The grass monster got
grass monster on the 12.
him. He was looking end zone all the way.
He saw nothing but the pylon in the corner. Poor fella. Got a little too excited. His feet didn't keep up with him.
So in any event, he still picked up the first down. The ball is placed at the 15-yard line, 7:42 and running for the clock here at W.L. Odom Field. Bulldogs with the ball at the Wardog 15. Charbonneau from the shotgun. This is DJ Pierce. No, that's Avon Goodland on the end around. and he'll pick up 5 to about the 10-yard line.
I sure do like that play. It's kind of like a jet sweep. The good one is in a up back position, and when the ball is snapped, he's in motion, the ball is snapped, it's a quick handoff, quick hitter, trying to get around the corner and get to the outside. Positive gain. Looks like about 6.5 to 7.
Yep, about 6 to the 9-yard line, they'll call it. So it'll be 2nd and 4 from there. Charbonneau with 3 receivers at the top of your screen. Here's a handoff. Oh, play is blown dead. Looks like somebody took off early again.
I think we did it again, unfortunately. Yep, that's our second false start penalty on the Bulldogs.
Eager to get that score, I believe. I want to say hello to Miss Fleming. If those of you out there remember Miss Fleming from Maple Park, she was teaching out there for a long time. Appreciate her getting in on the action of our Facebook page. Fred Ingram, appreciate he'd been pretty much from the beginning. He's been with us. David Bass, Stacy, appreciate you and Jeff again, and then Glendine Guerin. Said, Hubby's here. Here's a quick hit to Edwards. Makes one tackler miss, makes another, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Love to see him in the open field one-on-one against a defender. Miami had 2 chances to stop him there in the open field, and he was able to stiff arm the first one and then just get enough speed to get past the second one for a Bulldog touchdown with 6:18 left in the first quarter. Bulldogs on the board.
So Glendine's got her Friday Night Bulldog shirt on at home, says hubby's out here with us. So we appreciate the Garens and everyone who's logged on to watch Charbonneau hit Edwards for a 9-yard touchdown pass. And here's Logan Bloxham with the extra point. It is up and good. John, it's good to see Logan back out there.
Always great to see, your players when they've been injured, when they come back. So looks like he's healed up. He towed that one right through the uprights, and I'm sure he appreciates Mr. Butler stepping in for him while he was gone.
Yes.
And doing the job, did a great job of kicking extra points and field goals for us.
We are at 6:18 left in this first quarter. The Bulldogs take the first possession of their game, about 55 yards for the score, probably about a 7-play drive, ending in a Charbonneau to Edwards touchdown pass of 9 yards. Tyrone Wells, hope you're doing well at home. And I see Cody Allison. Cody was an original member of the FNB Nation way back in 2009. Believe he was, Cody, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe you were in Iraq at the time and able to log on and watch some Friday Night Bulldogs. So we were always excited to see him and many veterans that were overseas. Here's that short kick again, and this time fielded well by the Wardogs. The negative part of the short kick, John, is that the field position.
Yeah, field position. Sometimes games are a battle of field position, and they're won and lost by that. So hopefully this our defense will step up as the Wardogs, have the ball on their own 43. And they'll be headed towards the south end zone.
1st and 10, Miami. From their own 43. Quarterback from the shotgun has got trips to the bottom of your screen. And here's an inside handoff.
Nice.
And John, there's all kinds of
host of Bulldogs in on the tackle. I don't know if you guys saw on camera or not, but that left guard on the offensive line, he pulled, and our guys filled that gap really quick. So a lot of times they'll say when a guard pulls, get in his hip pocket, and that's exactly what we did, follow him. So we filled the hole there with our defensive linebackers were able to make a stop for no gain.
Looked like that Griffin and Steele getting up from the bottom of the pile with the rest of the defensive line and linebackers. No gain on the play. Ball still at the 43, 2nd and 10 for the Wardogs. And
quarterback keeper, and he is stuffed once again by a host of Bulldogs.
That time,
Bryce Steele in there on the tackle.
That time, John, it's going to be at least a 1 yard loss, maybe a little bit of a gracious spot as it looked pretty close to the 40 at getting tackled.
Yeah, I thought he lost a couple there, but yeah, we had, I think, 5 or 6 Bulldogs in on the stop there. Shield Knight in there.
So it'll be 3rd and 11 from the 42. This is the second possession of the game for the Wardogs. Astro, let's go Wagner. I don't know if that meant that you are the Houston Astros fans. Here's a penalty coming in on a 3rd and 11 play, and it looks like Wardogs is going to take a timeout.
Yeah, they saw something. Called a timeout.
Heather Tillotson, appreciate you logging on, watching. She may be in Inola watching her daughter, I believe, in the band, maybe on senior night, as she's told me that she sits in the stands and watches some Inola Longhorn football and band, but also got Friday Night Bulldogs on her phone.
Awesome.
So
awesome. Love it when the technology works.
yeah.
Can multitask, watch multiple games. Kind of like at a restaurant, sports restaurant.
Steve and Paul J, we appreciate you, the comment. Enjoys the broadcast, and we hope everything is going well for you at home. We actually changed out a little bit of equipment this time. If you remember from last week, we were having some not video problems, but audio problems as we get back to the game. 3rd and 11.
Right up the middle, pressure, and we stopped.
Charbonneau right there. It was actually a great play call, John, as our defensive line was 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's a designated screen play, so usually the linemen are taught to block for 1,001 and then almost 1,002 and then release. And they got the pass completed, but Charbonneau had a great one-on-one stop in the open fild. If he had not, he could still be running.
Yes. There was
just
a
been
lot
our safety.
of green.
Yeah, just been our safeties, the only way back.
So no gain on the play instead. So it's 4th and 11 as the Wardogs punt it away for the second time to number 9. Bo McFarland has trouble fielding it. And, the Wardogs able to pick it up as there was – and, John, it was kind of a strange situation as there was 4 Wardogs with no Bulldogs in sight except for the punt returner.
Right.
Usually you still got a little bit of room or some blockers or something. There was no one.
Yeah, there was no room. They were all down the field and in his face as it ball careens off, looked like his face mask or helmet, and just it took a big bounce, big hop. And I think number 20 in there for the Wardogs recovered that.
So the Miami Wardogs with a big break early on in this game have a 1st and 10 from the Bulldog 25-yard line down 7.
And I think, Jeremy, the rules say you can't advance a muff. So they actually marked the ball back 5 yards.
Quarterback keeping it himself with minimal gain on the play. And so, even with the tackle, that's what brought it back to the 25. So good call there, John. And
for those football fans that may be a fan of Johnny Unitas, when the Wardogs first came out, I was like, man, they look like the old Baltimore Colts with their uniforms.
Yes.
Except the horseshoe is missing on the side of the helmet. the jerseys, the pants remind me of the old Baltimore Colt days.
A little bit of throwback for sure. 2nd and 10 for the Wardogs. Plenty of protection.
Now Shield Knight.
And the man was there and just couldn't haul it in as Atkins was on the coverage. John, did I hear you say that was Shield Knight on the backside?
Yeah, Shield Knight on the pressure, but the quarterback did have plenty of time as the Wardog offensive line had really, really solid protection for him. He had 4 or 5 seconds to throw and then was hurried at the last second by Shield Knight as he was coming from the weak side.
All right. Mary Rowe, appreciate you logging on, a key member of this community and contributes a lot to Wagner Public Schools or with her support. We appreciate her logging on. Mario, I'll come back to you, Mario. Here's quarterback on a backside screen. He is wide open, and he's going to score the touchdown. Yep. Wow.
Yep, good play call there for the Wardogs.
Because, John, as we've seen several plays, this is the third possession, the Bulldogs' pressure in the backfield has been tremendous.
Right.
And that time he was able to squeeze out of the backside, and there was not anybody within 20 yards.
Yeah, I think the Miami coaches saw something there from the box here, and he just kind of leaked out to the side, and the quarterback just lobbed it to him, and yeah, he went 25, 30 yards for the score.
Here's the extra point. It is up, and it is good. We have a tie ball game with 3:01 left in this first quarter. Mario is in Stillwater and talking about maybe, I guess there might be a game tomorrow.
Big game. Oh, yeah, this is Bedlam Eve. I saw the press conference with Mike Gundy talking about Bedlam's not what it used to be, but I'm going to disagree with him. It's a big game.
So
I'm a little partial to one side, but my wife and I were actually going to Stillwater tomorrow. We don't have tickets, but we are going to tailgate.
Okay.
And then our son has a student ticket, so he'll get to go in for the game. And I'm happy for him because he'll get to witness what could be one of the last Bedlam football games in conference for sure.
True. So, okay, so Rocky Mitchell was his uncle.
Okay.
And said he was the clock operator here for many years.
I remember the name.
Also, the grandfather of Sherry Condit. I was not aware of that. So, a little Bulldog history. And here is the kickoff after that 25-yard touchdown run or catch.
Oh, this could go. This could go. Look at the speed.
Who is it? Trenton Edward. He's gone.
He ain't going to catch it.
Oh, my goodness. I can't believe it.
Jeremy Holmes, you're wrong. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I thought he was gone.
So I was trying to catch that number as we haven't seen.
He was running so fast it was a blur.
I'm really surprised that he got caught.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that he was slowed up a little bit trying to get through the traffic, but nice job by the Miami Wardogs special teams to catch him. But even with the catching him from behind, Edward returns it to the 20.
Yeah, we talked about field position earlier. This is a big key starting point for the Bulldogs. We have the ball in the Bulldog 20.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Charbonneau from the shotgun. Here's a quick hit to Shield Knight. Shield Knight able to shield that ball away as the defender was right there.
He was all over his back. He was like a blanket. He was, good coverage, but Charbonneau put the ball right on the money as Wagner gets a first down, 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. And it's good, once again, Jeremy, to have Shield Knight back in the lineup. We did miss him last week. So.
Yes, for sure. Here's a 1st and goal for the Bulldogs from the Wardogs 6-yard line. Already up to 266 viewers. Appreciate every one of you. As you see, Charbonneau going right up the middle.
He's
in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And, John, he got hit at about the 2 or 3 yard line and got hit again by a second player and just able to, and we've seen that all year long.
Yeah, he's such a physical runner. He was able to take the first hit and keep moving and get that forward momentum going. And then the last tackler there at the goal line and able to stretch that ball across the goal line for a Bulldog touchdown.
And here is Logan Bloxham with the extra point. It is up and it is good. And John, again, we talked about Bloxham coming back from that injury. You look at these extra points and they're going as high as the uprights.
Right. Yeah. He's busting it right through there. So, yeah, it's good to have him back. Looking good so far. They say when you come back for an injury, sometimes, you're 80%, 85%, 90%. I don't know what percent he is, but I'd say it's pretty good.
Yeah. So, Dennis, I did not know that you're the class of '78. Watching his grandson Bryce Steele, and I will come back as soon as we kick off and talk about the playoffs that are upcoming. And
I bet he knew a Jay Page or a Brent Page.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Class of '78.
I bet he did.
77 Brent.
Ron Phillips says he's watching from across the Great River in the Peach Capital. I'm assuming we're talking about Porter.
I would say that's definitely Porter if it's the Peach Capital.
And here is Trace Thornton with
Another
that
little
short
pooch.
kick.
Fumble! Ball down!
And
Wagner's got it. We got
I
it.
think we do. At first, we jumped on it, got away from us again, and I believe that's DJ Pierce.
Yep. Slippery little sucker from the movie Pretty Woman.
If I remember correctly, I'm going to scroll up here, and let's see. Oh, I know DJ Pierce. They had a fan in here somewhere because I remember seeing his name. Amber Wallace. There it is. And Amber, I hope you are able to see DJ get a great special teams play. As it actually started with Thornton able to put it where it needed to be for it to.
Yep. So turnover is always a big key in a ball game, and Miami was able to capitalize on the Bulldog turnover. And let's see if the Bulldogs can answer back. That should have been pass interference.
Charbonneau with he had to looking for Swanson, and it looked like there might have been a little contact there, but no call.
No call. Ref was right there. So.
The ball falls incomplete, so the ball it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 31. Again, if you just now joined us, this is the 4th possession now for the Bulldogs. One of them.
Yeah, we scored on 2, and then we had turnover.
And
That's
this
correct.
is the 3rd one, so 3rd actual possession after the. That's Trayvon Williams, and looks like a flag is going to come
right
in.
there on it. So I don't.
Usually, coming from that side, it's
pushing
a block
it
in the back.
Mm-hmm. That was number 16 for the Wardogs with a good open field tackle. Wrapped him up and secured the legs where he couldn't get any more. But unfortunately, we got a Bulldog penalty. It's going to back us up 10. It looked like a push in the back. Is that what I saw?
Yeah.
Illegal block in the back.
So, Dan Fusco, we see you. Appreciate you logging on. And Amber, I see you. Says DJ, that's she's mama. So she didn't miss that fumble recovery by DJ Pierce.
Yep.
And we are 2nd and 20 for the Bulldogs after that penalty. And I think we started out a little early again.
Come on, dogs.
It's definitely going against Wagner. We'll see what the we lined up off sides.
Yikes.
So getting a little too excited after that fumble recovery, and now we're going backwards here.
We're going the opposite direction. We're heading south. We should be going north.
And speaking of going north, we got to get almost to showdown to get that first down because it's 2nd and a very long way.
All right, looks like we're going with a little different package here. We've got 5 wide, got 3 up to the top, 2 to the bottom of your screen as Shield Knight comes out.
That's Swanson in motion, and here's Edwards with the post, and he's trying to pick his way through, and he is across the 35 to the 34-yard line, and a lot of traffic to be holding that ball out there.
It is, but we got another flag to the top of our screen.
And we are illegal procedure again against the Bulldogs. Will nullify that, about 15-yard gain or so. And we will be back to the 49 on our side of the 50. And we went 2nd and showdown. We're not quite going to Pryor yet, but we're getting there.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. Come on, Bulldogs. Get that penalties back to back to back to back. That's not typical of us. So we do have big play potential, but let's just get about 10, 15 back here if we can.
Charbonneau from the shotgun, 5 wide receivers. He looking right. He finds it's intercepted.
Get him.
Intercepted after the went off his face mask. It looked
number
like
15.
And a big time play by the Miami Wardog defense, and I believe it was Atkins the intended receiver, and just bounced off his head, off the face mask, and a heads-up play by the Miami Wardog defense.
So once again, another turnover. So we'll see what Miami does with that as the Bulldogs turn it over for a second time after all the penalties. So nothing but bad news on that drive for the Bulldogs.
John, we were talking about Ron Phillips. His wife, Chrissy, is with him and said that your dad, Jess, was her brother, Edgar Wilson's football coach,
How about
and of
that?
course took care of the family with the paid State Farm
Okay.
insurance.
Insurance, yes.
So,
How about that?
Here is a 1st and 10 for the Wardogs after that interception.
Nice. Good job,
And
Bulldogs.
as we've seen several times tonight, the Bulldogs are in the backfield almost before the handoff.
Yeah, we got to turn the momentum here. As Miami got the turnover, and we just got to push that War Dog offense back, hold them.
Number 62, Josh Davis, leading the charge for the Bulldogs. One of our Friday Night Bulldogs players of the week from
Yes.
last week, as when we say all over the place, but really he wasn't. He was just in the backfield all the time. So
No, we did not.
here comes a
No.
flag, and that's going to go against Wagner as well.
Oh, I am right on the ball on the 46-yard line, and nobody was in the neutral zone.
A 5-yard penalty assessed against the Bulldogs. It gets a little bit of that yardage loss after Davis in the War Dog backfield. So the ball will be at the 41 for a 2nd and 9.
Normally, I would say they got us with the hard count, and we moved, but we didn't cross the line of scrimmage. So just because you move doesn't mean it's offsides.
And that is the end of the first quarter with the score of the Wagner Bulldogs 14, the Miami Wardogs 7. And we hope everything is going well for everyone at home. Antoine Robbins, if that's the Antoine Robbins that I know, is a former student, about year 2000, I believe. So, Antoine, let me know if that's you. Appreciate you logging on, as well as Aunt Marty. I see you. My Aunt Marty Drake Eubanks is watching the Bulldogs from home tonight and logging on and commenting. Kelly Thayer, one of my 2 favorite teams. Want to guess the other one?
Freebies are flying in the stands. I saw T-shirts and water bottles.
Tanner Epperson, also not necessarily. I didn't have him in class, but the 2 years that I coached 7th grade football, Tanner was one of those classes, and he went on into the Bulldogs, and I believe, let's see, he would have been right before. No, I think he was a part of that first state championship team back in 2011. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Tanner, but I appreciate him logging on as we are back to the action on this first play of the second quarter. Quarterback from the shotgun on 2nd and 9, going way downfield, and the only one in the vicinity is number 6, Sean Atkins.
Yeah, it looks like the receiver and the quarterback had a little miscommunication as he was running an out route of about 20 yards, out route, and the quarterback was throwing to the flag route. So a little miscommunication there. So they're going to talk that over, quarterback and coach on the sidelines.
And they need to, well, they're going to have time now. I thought they were still going to talk for a little bit, and it's going to run out of time there. That incomplete pass makes it 3rd and 9 for the Wardogs from the Bulldog 41. Quarterback from the shotgun, Twins at the top of your screen. Here's the running back making a few tacklers miss, still on his feet, and he will get inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. John, another flag on the play.
Another flag. I think that was going to go against Miami. Looks like we got the preliminary call of holding. So fortunate for us, that will back them up 10 yards. As we got a Miami player down.
Yeah, a lot of times number 12 for the Wardogs, the ball carrier, and we hope that he is going to be just fine.
Yeah, towards the end of that play, he kind of got bent over backwards, so not sure what the extent is, but he's hurting.
So, as we always do across Wagner, or across Oklahoma, that is, plenty of Friday Night Bulldog fans out there. Steve Wilson, class of 80, watching from Norman, Oklahoma.
All right.
Melanie Carey. Melanie, I can't remember if you graduated from Wagner, but I know your kids did, as I had some of them in class. And Kelly Thayer says she's watching from the other river, not on the east side, not the west side, but the east side, probably over in the Holbert area. And we appreciate everyone that has logged on. Pete Fowler, been watching all year. We appreciate you. And so, I'll come back to as the player looks like he's going to be okay walking off. And we hope to see him back very soon. Dennis, we said we were going to talk about those playoffs. We have secured permission to be able to stream the playoffs.
Nice.
Yeah, we had to go through a little bit of some hoops and signing papers and watching some training videos and different things like that. And but we're
trained and certified.
We're trained and certified, even after our looked like a kind of a second grade signatures on there. If you've ever used a mouse to sign a paper, your computer mouse, you know what I'm talking about.
Just write an X. Yeah, it's really hard.
Barla, that Friday Night Bulldog apparel order just came in today, so get with me later on. And for any of those that have ordered, that came in today, so we're excited to get in some hoodies and T-shirts, more T-shirts, and long sleeve shirts.
This could be a double pass. That's a ball. That's a live ball.
It is a live ball, and fortunately for the Wardogs' sake, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, they were really fortunate. Yeah, the receiver on that side was behind the quarterback, so that was a live ball, lateral. They looked like they were going to set up for a double pass and did not complete the first one as the ball rolls out of bounds. So the referees are going to talk it over here for a minute to confer. But from my angle, that was definitely backwards pass.
Yeah, for sure. So, Gene, we got a lot of Tennesseans that are watching tonight. Gene Hunt, which is a Wagner grad, he is watching from Knoxville tonight.
Tennessee.
So, TW Chasing, we see your comment, and I agree. It looks like we may have Fort Gibson for the first round. The official meeting happens Monday morning at 8 o'clock.
Right.
And that will be the official seedings and who matches up where. So we'll have to wait for the official word.
Yeah, let's wait. Make sure it's official.
After that previous play in the backwards pass, the loss back to the 43 makes it 4th and long, and so the Wardogs will punt it away.
High knuckleball.
And it's going to take somewhat of a Wardog bounce and bounce out at about the 34-yard line. John Rocky says he used to play golf with your mom and dad.
That's it. I knew the name. I was like, the name is so familiar.
And Sonny and Chris many moons ago.
Okay. Yeah, my Uncle Sonny, my Uncle Chris. I think of my Uncle Sonny, many know him as William, but everybody's called him Sonny. He probably holds the record for the most hole-in-ones ever at Western Hills Golf Course.
Okay. He's
got a monument plaque out there, and I think he had 11 hole-in-ones.
Wow.
Which I just can't imagine because I've played 45 years and never had one. Triple reverse with a pass.
And this is Charbonneau trying to look downfield, and he just throws it just to avoid the sack. That was a lot of action.
That was a lot of handoffs. I had to count them, Garrett. 1, 2, 3.
I think that was Edward to Edwards to Charbonneau, and then Charbonneau just in desperation throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a lot of action.
So all of that results in a incomplete pass and an incomplete pass, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Replay.
The Zebras down having a little bit of a conference. Not sure what the discussion's about, but.
Probably about the quarterback if he was in the tackle box and intentional grounding, I assume. If there was a receiver in the area, but I mean he's definitely outside the tackle box for all the exchanges. I'd have to see a replay, but we'll let them work it out. That's their job. That's what they're getting paid to do. I never try to do anybody else's job for them.
So, all right. So the Astro Isaacs, that's Anita Humphreys. She said Kale said Kale set it up for her. So that's where the name comes from.
Okay.
Gene, I see. He said he's never leaving Wagner. He's just trucking. He's just trucking towards Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
So he'll be back be back
on
here
a trip.
as we get over 300 viewers right now, and we love to see that, and we hope that everything is going well for you at home, both audio and video wise. Let's see what else. I saw another comment I wanted to come back to. William Hall, we see you. Anna Dickinson. No, I'm not sure what that is, Anna, but watching again from Mount Snow, Vermont. Her and Connie been next door to each other, probably didn't even know it.
Yep, Vermont, New Hampshire, states are side by side, like neighbors.
So Charbonneau from the shotgun on a 2nd and 10 hits Edwards on the quick out, and Edwards makes a tackle.
I think the ball's on the ground. Miami was acting like
they
something.
sure were, and looked like Edwards was able to recover it because I saw the same thing.
Yeah, they were jumping.
Mostly on the sidelines, and of course they had a great vantage point because it was right there in front of him.
Yeah, he must have dropped it on the tackle, and it must have bounced right back in his hands, I assume, because Bulldogs still have the ball with 3rd and short.
Pickup of 9 on the play from Charbonneau to Edwards. 3rd and 1. Here's Charbonneau on the keeper. Charbonneau into the secondary,
Nice.
finally cut down at the 49. A pickup
Gain
of
10. Yep, 10
Plenty.
exactly.
And so the Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10 from their own 49. We've just started the second quarter. If you have just joined us, Wagner 14-7. And John, the last 2 drives, I believe, for Wagner anyway, have resulted in turnovers.
Yes, yeah, it's been unfortunate.
As we've been moving the ball, and so the score could be a lot different than it is now.
Right.
And you can attribute that to the Wardog defense. Right. Here is number 9, Bo McFarland on the end around, and he will get into Wardog territory and pick up about 4.
Yeah, that was just Bo McFarland, that jet sweep. For you younger football players out there that want to learn from somebody about running north and south and getting your pads upfield and running hard, watch number 4 for the Bulldogs. Watch him run. I mean, he gets his momentum going, and he's determined to make positive yardage.
2nd and 6. Here's Trenton Edward. No, Charbonneau is going to keep it. Talking about that north and south, there you go. He gets across the 40 to, right at the 40. And another flag on the play, John.
Another flag. Gosh, Bulldogs, penalties tonight. Another holding. Guys, we gotta rectify that. It's not doing us much good to go backwards, especially after a positive first down play. Coach Condit, not happy with the call.
So, Miss Bonnie Cox, appreciate you. And they're still having a discussion down there about it.
Yeah, we got to keep our hands inside, so I'm not sure.
Ms. Bonnie listening tonight, Nikki Mitchell, class of 99. Now, that's on you, Nikki. I did not reveal that. You revealed that, so I'm just reading what you put on our Facebook page. Here's
Nice
Edwards.
catch.
Makes a great catch as
down.
he gets first down yardage across the 40 to the 39-yard line in traffic, John.
Yeah, that was a great catch. I mean, that ball was zipped right to him, and then Mr. Edwards was able to secure that and get upfield for positive yardage and pick up a Bulldog first down.
So that is going to be at the 8:30 mark here in the second quarter. The Bulldogs 1st and 10 on the Wardog 39. Here's that 5 receiver look. Charbonneau just by himself. There's a quick hit to Shield Knight, and Shield Knight with that long frame of his gets almost to the 30.
Pickup of almost 9. And Shield Knight was just able to set down in the zone, basically against the coverage for Miami. He found the open slot, and Charbonneau able to sling it in there for a positive gain of about 8.5. So we're going 5 wide again. This is the yes, we are going to throw, or yes, Cale Charbonneau is going to hand off to
And
Trent
that's
Edwards.
what he does on that jet sweep, end around. Number 3, Swanson with his
I'm sorry.
first time to carry the ball tonight. And hoping to get Swanson back into the rhythm of the offense. If you remember back in Oologah, John, he went caught that 50-yard early on in that game and got banged up a little bit and just been trying to get back to form since then. So
sometimes it just takes more time to come back from injury.
He's going to get the first down to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Here's Charbonneau, straight up the gut.
Running, bumbling, stumbling.
And he is to the 11-yard line, and I don't know. I guess I really don't have the proof to say this, but when you said that, I'm thinking Mike Allstott or something like that.
I mean, he's just coming. I mean, if you're a defender and you see number 4 coming at you, I mean, throw out an anchor.
Yeah, right.
Throw out an anchor because he's going to run you over and drag you.
And maybe it's because of that 4, just one more number, put a 0 on there, and that would be Allstott's
It would be
number.
Mike Allstott, yeah.
Here's a different look is Edwards from the Wildcat, and he's going to go straight up the
Pushing,
middle,
pushing,
and
touchdown.
he is in for the score. Touchdown Bulldogs.
Yeah, I haven't seen that formation.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Either that or we haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, it was like a 4 backfield, I think. We had a Wildcat formation with like 2 fullbacks and a tailback, and everybody just lead blocked, and Whit Edwards able to run it in the end zone for Bulldog 6, makes it score 20-7.
So number 27, Logan Bloxham, will attempt the extra point. He is 2 for 2 tonight and going for 3 for 3 as number 3, Matt Swanson, is the holder. That kick is up, and it is good. Logan Bloxham takes the Bulldogs to 21-7 with 6 minutes left in this second quarter, and I think we forgot to stop the clock because it's still going.
Tick-tock, it is still going.
So,
And I can hear him next door, but I can't tap on the wall and say stop the clock. So I just want to give credit to the offensive line there for the Bulldogs. Sometimes they don't get the credit that they deserve, but number 54, Tucker Clough, in there on the line, got 74, Sean Poteet, number 62, Josh Davis, and Dax Griffin, number 75, and Lane Beebe in there, number 66, pushing the Wardogs back for the Bulldog touchdown.
Yes, sir. And we've got it stopped at 5:52. I believe they're going to add some seconds onto that as we pause to give a shout out to Paul Garvin, class of 74.
I remember that name, Paul Garvin.
Watching him and Randy Easterlings in California.
Randy.
Chuck Bailey in Edmond, Jim Baker in the city, Paul Garvin watching from Kansas City, and we appreciate his comment and said Randy Humphreys from the great beyond. Randy passing away a couple of years ago, a Bulldog faithful for many years. His son, the assistant superintendent here at Wagner Public Schools, and also the husband of Anita, who is watching tonight as well. And almost worked again, John.
Almost. Yeah, number 40 was able to secure that, and he basically got pile drived right into the turf as he caught that ball and turned his back to the Bulldogs.
Shane, appreciate the comment. Shane Sampson, he was a couple of years behind me. Is that right, Shane? Maybe just one. Watching tonight, and as many are, as we are still holding strong at 3:02 currently. And we appreciate every one of you guys and gals watching tonight on Friday Night Bulldogs.
I tell you what, Jeremy, I love to hear some of the names. I mean, I may not remember who you are or what you look like, but as a kid growing up in Wagner and being a part of the system for so long, yeah, just the last name, and like, yeah, I remember hearing that name.
Miami going
deep.
Way downfield.
Wow, nice play.
Yeah.
Oh, late flag. Oh, we're not going to be happy about that on the sidelines.
I can hear the boo birds right now. And number 3, Matt Swanson. That's his dad, Mattson Swanson. Looked like he made a great defensive play.
That was a great play.
But the men in stripes did not see it that way. So we're going to see a whatever you call that thing. pass interference. That's what I'm looking for.
That was not pass interference, in my humble opinion. That was a great defensive play, from what I saw. But referee had a different opinion.
1st and 10 from the Wardog 47-yard line, Miami, with the 4-receiver look. The trips to the top, and here is that screen play, and the quarterback just threw that one in the dirt.
Yeah, he did. He threw it right at his feet because he knew he wasn't going to get that away with 3 or 4 Bulldogs right in his face.
So the Bulldogs faithful here still a little upset, or at least one of us is.
Yeah. I mean, when you're on your feet, you're a little emotional about that. But it is what it is. That's their job. They made the call. You can't argue. It's not going to change it.
No, it's definitely not.
All these years, it doesn't change the fact.
So it's a 2nd and 10 for the Wardogs from their own 47. Quarterback keeps it this time, trying to get that corner.
He is met. There's Shield Knight in there on the play. Also number 6.
Yeah, it was, Davis. Steele. All with 2 as their second number.
Okay,
12, 32,
all
and
the
62.
32, 62, 12.
We're almost to the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter.
Bulldogs with a 14-point lead. As turnovers have been a big part of this game. Wagner's turned it over twice. I think Miami's turned it over once for sure, maybe twice. I don't have the statistics in front of me.
Here's the Wardogs on a 3rd and 10. Quarterback this time with a lot of time.
Nice catch.
Hits his man.
No catch.
No, he couldn't come up with it. And that hits the ground and will force the Wardogs into at least a punting formation.
Yeah, 4th and 10.
On a 4th and 10.
I thought he made the catch there at first look, but he didn't. He didn't secure it. Ball fell out. All right, let's catch this one. Let's make some blocks.
Cody, I may have to add you on our Friday Night Bulldogs watch list. I don't know if we have Kentucky yet.
No, I don't remember hearing Kentucky.
Cody is watching from Fort Knox, Kentucky.
Bluegrass State.
Here's a high kick, but that one's going to go out of bounds rather quickly. So
I want to say it's going to be about the 40.
Okay, now he's starting.
Yeah, he's got to go back to where it went out, and
okay.
then the referee lines him up, tells him when to stop.
So they're going to mark it at the 35.
Okay.
So that's where the Bulldogs will have it with 4:37 left in this second quarter. Chad Man, I see you. He is a classmate of mine wanting me to get his headset ready. And Chad, I don't think the Friday Night Bulldog Nation is ready for Chad Man yet. All right. And here are the Bulldogs on a 1st and 10.
Right up the middle. Oh, runs into his own guy.
Is that Pierce, maybe? It's either Pierce or
21.
Trayvon Williams. And looked like he had a pretty good hold there.
Yeah, I think he ran into his own lineman's back and knocked him down. So positive gain, that's 2, and no penalty. So happy about that. The last couple drives, we've had quite a few penalties holding us back.
So say 2nd and 8 from the 37. That's Trenton Edwards in motion to the top of your screen. Charbonneau will
nothing there.
Keep it this time, and there's not a whole lot there, maybe a yard and nothing more. Deborah is Bo McFarland's mom, so pretty sure you're her watching tonight. And Amanda, I see you. That's Trevor Fowler. I'm not sure if we got him on that line when we were giving props to the line. He's one that is number 54 out there, I believe, and I know they do a lot of switching out.
They do.
One or two of the linemen switching in and out every other player. So here's Edwards in motion. Charbonneau with plenty of room, now flush to his left, looking
wide open.
That's Edwards.
Nice.
Edwards makes one tackler miss, and he is tackled at the 34-yard line. Took a while for him to get there as he came from the opposite side of the field.
Yeah, Charbonneau is showing the strength of his arm to throw it. I mean, Yeah, that's 35, 40 yards in the air and then probably another 20, 25 yards across the field. So I'm saying he threw that ball 45 to 50 yards for that completion.
Amanda usually here on Friday nights, but sick and is appreciative of Friday Night Bulldogs streaming the game. So here's a 1st and 10 for Charbonneau and the Bulldogs. Trenton Edwards gets the call, and he is across the 30, cut down at about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, we'll take that. Yep. I'll take that. I love 2nd and short.
So, let's see. We are at the 27 for a 2nd and 3 with 2:15 left in this second quarter.
I'm ready for a little out route to Shield Knight here on this side to the near side. Nope, it's going to be Charbonneau up the middle.
Charbonneau up the middle and with a little bit of extra shoulder, and he would have to do that because number 74 is a big man down there.
He's a big fella.
And despite that, I think Charbonneau still got the best of that collision.
Yep, he's able to get it one. So we'll bring up 3rd and 2, very convertible for the Bulldogs as long as we don't get ourselves in a penalty fiasco. I feel good about our chances here. I give us 95% probability of getting the first down.
3rd and 2, Whit Edwards on that similar play, and there are flags going all over the place, and we started a little early. We're going to go 3rd and 2 to a 3rd and 7, John.
I'm going to do my best pirate impersonation and go, ARG! Dadgummit. It happens. I just don't want it to happen on a 3rd and 2.
So it'll be 3rd and 7 now from the War Dog 31-yard line.
And Jeremy, if you notice, that was the same formation that we scored the touchdown with. We tried to do that again, and it just didn't work out.
We are nearing the 1-minute mark. Bulldogs with 2 timeouts. Charbonneau from the shotgun, looking to his right, throws it downfield, finds Edwards.
Hold on to that ball. Hold on to that ball.
That long frame, there's just a lot of him to have to tackle.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is long. 6'6". So we got a Bulldog first down, so that'll stop the clock momentarily while they move the chains. They'll set us up on the 15-yard line, and it looks like the Bulldogs are going to take a timeout, 59 seconds.
59 seconds, and the Bulldogs will take their second timeout, I believe. And
Jeremy, I'd love to see us get in the end zone for a score here right before half. It give us a comfortable 28-7 lead.
And I think maybe regain the confidence, even with the 2-score lead, have a lot of penalties, some turnovers.
Yeah, I've had a lot of penalties.
And, without a score here, John, I mean, we're letting Miami hang around here.
Right, yeah.
So, and Anita, I see you. I knew it had been more than a couple, but it's really hard to believe it's been 6. Matter of fact, I believe Nick was still coaching at the time. And so we hope everything is going well for everyone at home. And we are at a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Here's a quick hit to number 10, Avon
Look
Goodwin.
at him go! Look at him go!
No,
we got a late flag.
Well, that's got to be...
There's nobody there.
That's got to be a late hit maybe, or maybe unsportsmanlike.
From the back, Judge?
We'll see what happens. Goodwin showing some toe tapping there.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to get in. There were 4 War Dogs around.
And he's not that big a kid.
No, he is not. He is not at all.
Big heart trying to get in the end zone.
Let's see what the call is. Again, a very odd place for the flag to come on.
There was nobody back there. So unless he saw something down the field.
Let's see. Still awaiting the official call. It's going to go against
personal foul.
Okay. Oh,
on the Bulldogs.
Wow. Okay, coming back on us.
I did not see that.
I had a feeling, again, from where it came from, it'd be some type of personal foul. Where and when it came.
Yeah, I don't know.
would be some type of personal foul or even unsportsmanlike, but it was a personal foul, but on the Bulldogs. So that will nullify that pickup from Goodland and Charbonneau, and that is going to be added from the line of scrimmage, not from the penalty or not from the play. So we go from 1st and 10 on the 15, now 1st and 20 from the 30. So I actually, it was a penalty from the spot of the foul, I believe. So that's why we're we're 1st and 20 instead of 1st and 25.
Yeah, 1st and 25.
51 seconds left in this second quarter. Bulldogs with a 2nd and 25.
Pumps, Charbonneau pumps, and finds Shield Knight.
Across the 20 to the 18-yard line.
So Bulldogs have one timeout left. We're going against the clock here as we near the completion of the first half.
And time is still running as we get about 12 of that 15-yard penalty back. It was a 1st and 25. So here is Charbonneau from the shotgun looking downfield, now rolls to his right, and he's going to keep it himself. And Miami Wardog actually rides him down across the 10. Looks like they're going to mark him down. Knee went down at the 9-yard line. And they are looking for the clock to stop on a timeout. They do get it with 17 seconds left in this second quarter. And we may be lobbying for some seconds to be put back up, as it seemed like the timeout was called and a very animated Wagner Bulldog sideline.
Right. Usually when the player goes down, I mean, our coaches are usually calling timeout pretty quick. So, but I think that's correct. I think we should have 17 seconds.
So we do have a timeout, I believe, left with 17 seconds, and the Bulldogs will have a 3rd and about 4 when play resumes. Robert, we see you. John, I know you recognize that name, Robert Cannon.
Oh, yeah, Robert Cannon.
I believe he was watching from Florida or somewhere, Cancun, I think, the last time
he was
on there.
Maybe.
No, that was Rick on the cruise.
Oh, okay, it's Rick Moore on the cruise.
I think Robert was in Cancun at the time.
All right.
And got that on the Friday Night Bulldog map, and appreciate him logging on tonight. Tristan Ketcher, come back to you, Tristan, as the Bulldogs have a 3rd and 4 from the 9-yard line.
Jeremy got to play smart here as we're kind of throwing it to Witt.
Looking in the end zone for Edwards. Touchdown. No, he was not able to come down with it as the War Dog was right there with him. And, we got a late flag coming in. That's probably going to be an unsportsmanlike on someone. So we will see what the official call is. Again, a lot of times you can tell have a pretty good idea of what these penalties are if they come from a certain
area,
at a certain time, because a lot of the referees have certain specific, and that's what the call is, unsportsmanlike, I believe is what the signal was. But John, the referees have a specific, a lot of times they have specific calls that they are responsible for.
Oh, sure. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They have a certain area or location, and sometimes if they hear something that shouldn't be said, that can be a penalty.
Right.
So I have a feeling that's probably what happened, because there was no exchange of physical exchange. It was probably word of mouth, and the referee said that, no, we can't put up with that. So it goes against us on the Bulldogs, so backs us up again.
Even if they were talking about what they were going to have for dinner after the game.
Yeah. What are you doing after the game?
Here's a 4th, and let's just say 4th and end zone here.
Yeah, we take our last time out here.
Okay.
We're going to talk it over.
With 11 seconds left in this second quarter, as the Wagner Bulldog Marching Band gets ready for their annual light show, and we're looking forward to that. I do want to mention that you probably have figured out that's a little bit different. Well, it's a lot different from last week, but a little bit different from even the home games that we've had in the past, and that is we've moved up in the press box, so you might not hear a lot of the crowd noise,
right.
Might not hear the PA announcer here as well as what has been in the past, and that will probably go for the band as well. We will try to get as much sound as we can, but we are.
Yeah, this glass doesn't slide.
No, it does not.
This is permanent glass. It's an awesome view. The glass is big and it's clean, but they didn't build sliders here, so.
Not like the previous press box that was here at WL Odom Field. If you have not seen it, and maybe I'll take some specific pictures and post it on our Friday Night Bulldogs Facebook page, and maybe try to find a way to post it on our YouTube channel if those of you who are not on social media. As we are at the 24-yard line of the Wardogs for a 4th and end zone, with 11 seconds left in this second quarter. Charbonneau looking, now going to the right, and he is hit. And Charbonneau able to recover his own fumble. Actually, John, they're going to call it his.
Yeah, the referee called incomplete pass.
So the Wardog defense holds with 2 seconds left in this first half. Mm-hmm. John, we talked about it, maybe the Bulldogs, and of course they got into about the 2-yard line before the penalties started happening.
Yeah.
Could have gone up 3 scores, and now just less, we're still at 2 scores. And again, kind of letting Miami hang around here.
Yeah, they are hanging around. Unfortunately, with the amount of penalties that we've had tonight for Bulldogs, it's so unusual for us to have so many penalties and go the opposite direction, and also the turnovers. So that just shows you how much they can impact a game, because if we didn't have those penalties and those turnovers, they would probably have a different score going into the halftime.
Wardogs at least lining up as though they're going to try to make something happen in 2 seconds. And now here's a safe handoff, and he will be tackled by Charbonneau. Tristan, from one quarterback to another, Tristan Ketcher, I believe part of that 05 team, Dale Condit's first year here, that we played at Gaylord Memorial Stadium in Norman, Oklahoma, the state championship there. Unfortunately, we were not able to come out of there with a W, but still, that's when the legacy began.
Okay, we got the silver ball then.
Yes, got the silver ball there. If I believe
silver ball's nice.
Yes, it is. I believe the score was 20-7, if I remember correctly. And again, that was back in 05, but Tristan Ketcher, part of that team, and was actually the quarterback wearing number 4. So hence his comment on our YouTube channel. He's loving number 4 at quarterback.
Yeah, you always cheer for the guy that wears your jersey. Yeah, always cheer for that one. Because, at OU, I'm always looking, all right, who's number 94? And that's Mr. Coe. He's a defensive lineman. I know, I don't know him personally, but I know who wears the same jersey I wore.
So we are at halftime here to Wagner 21, Miami 7. Wagner High School getting ready for their annual light show. We're going to take a break here, and hopefully you'll enjoy at least the sights. And if you turn up your TV really loud, or then you will hear the sounds, as we will keep our mics from our headset on, and hopefully you will be able to hear that as well. So we'll be back in about 16 minutes. You're watching Friday Night Bulldogs live, free, live, and worldwide.
All right, Bulldog Nation, we're about ready to kick off here for the second half as Miami is towing it up. Wagner to receive. And Bo McFarland, or Atkins takes a one-hopper, able to skirt through, broke several tackles, and gets a good return to the Bulldog 49.
Sean Atkins, I believe, is the senior, and the senior brother, the elder brother of Ryan Atkins, number 15, who I believe happens to be a sophomore. Sean usually is on the defensive side of things. Had about 3 picks for the season, had a good return there to start this second half. Charbonneau looking deep downfield already. It's going to be Swanson. Oh. Swanson had to slow up a little bit and catch it up off the carpet, but we talked about him first half, trying to get him back in this rhythm, and right there we saw why.
Yeah, Charbonneau throws deep and able to hit him, connect for a Bulldog first down as a sliding catch there. Ball just a hair bit underthrown, but we'll take it.
So from the get-go, I believe we were about at the 45-ish, somewhere around there. So we're looking at a pickup of 37 to the 18-yard line, 17-yard line of the Wardogs. Charbonneau from the shotgun. He'll take it himself straight up the gut, as we've seen so often, and probably about the 4th or 5th time this game.
Yeah, just a straight quarterback draw from the shotgun formation. He's able to pick up 4 quick yards for the Bulldogs. I have a feeling, Jeremy, that Coach Kahn at the locker room may have lit a little bit of a fire under our tails here to come out the second half and establish the Bulldogs as the dominant team. So he probably said, go out there the second half and put it
Get her done.
Get her done.
Charbonneau picks up 4, 2nd and 6 from the 14-yard line. Charbonneau looking across the field. That's number 12. Shield Knight in for the score. Touchdown Bulldogs.
There we go.
Alex Shield Knight from Charbonneau, 13 yards away, and just like that, John.
I think 3-play drive.
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
Maybe 4, but I'm just counting them.
Well, you had the long pass to Swanson, and
Charbonneau up the middle.
Charbonneau up the middle, and then there's 3-play drive covering about 55 yards, capped off by a 13-yard TD catch by the junior, Alex Shield Knight. Here's Logan Bloxham with the extra point, and as he's done the 3 previous times, it is very true, as it is high, it is right down the middle.
He's got 4 points tonight. A lot of times your kicker, he will lead the team in scoring over sometimes a career. When you think about it, when they start kicking field goals and extra points, if your team scores a lot of points, then that just pads the kicker's points.
4 for 4 for the senior kicker, Logan Bloxham, who's been out for 4 or 5 weeks now with a nagging, I believe, hamstring injury. And Rhett Butler, again, I love to say it, the true freshman, came in and filled in admirably for sure.
Yes, he did, sure, yeah. Always tough to do as a freshman coming in, doing the kicking duties, but he did a really good job.
I believe he probably went, I'm going to say 9 for 12, had 1 blocked, 1 he missed, and maybe 10 for 12, somewhere around that. Point being is I'll take those percentages in high school football anytime.
Shoot, yeah.
Here's Trace Thornton. This time a little bit of a line drive, but still finds the hole and makes it to where the Wardogs have to wisely cover it up.
Yeah, no chance of return. Yeah, no return. Ball will be down there at the 33-yard line of the Wardogs as the Bulldog defense takes the field. Let's see if I can get you some names and numbers here. Got number 75 in there at tackle.
That's Griffin. Dax Griffin. Looks like Josh Davis is down there on the defensive line.
Which he's lined up as he's been playing nose tackle, but now he's more of an end.
Got Shield Knight on the end. And
20
that's
coming
DJ
in
Pierce.
hard.
That's number 20 coming in hard. Here's number 6 with a good positive yardage to about the 24-yard line. I believe that was Charbonneau with the tackle.
Number 3.
Or Swanson. That's Swanson.
Yeah, Jeremy, if it wasn't for Swanson there, number 6 would still be running because he was the last man to beat.
He'll pick up about 6 on the play, 2nd and 4 for the Wardogs as they try to answer back on the opening drive of the Bulldogs, resulting in a touchdown.
And Jeremy, it didn't take long for the Bulldogs to score. That was that was about a minute and a half.
Quarterback on a keeper over the left side, cuts it back to the middle, and probably should have stayed to that outside, John.
Yeah, he probably should have. It was more open to the outside, but he does pick up 2.5, so he'll bring up a 3rd and short for Miami.
MW Duck, I'm not sure. Wondering if Bloxham will take over the kickoff chores going into the playoffs next week, and I'm not sure on that answer, as the Bulldogs have seemed to be pretty content with Thornton trying to find the hole. Has resulted over the weeks 2 or 3 fumble recoveries.
Right. Yeah.
And so they may be content with just continuing to do that. Here's a 3rd and 1 play. This time the quarterback able to choose his way as the Bulldogs make a strong tackle, but not before the quarterback makes a first down for the Wardogs. 1st and 10. It'll be on their 30-yard line. I believe that was number
25,
Javon Smith.
Javon
making
Smith.
A strong tackle. And now Goodland checks back in on the defensive front for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 Miami from their own 40. Four wide receiver set with the tailback in the backfield. He gets the call over the left side, across the 40, running hard, and he's going to be out of bounds at about the 43-yard line.
Looks like Miami's had a little success there running to the left side.
Well, I was just about to say, I don't recall seeing number 6 run a whole lot in the first half, and here has made 2 or 3 strong runs.
So he was able to get out of bounds and stop the clock with 8:40. And the Wardogs will set up for 2nd down and about 7.
This time it's a throw and just gets it off. His number, is that 20?
Yeah, that's number 20.
DJ Pierce.
On the quarterback.
As I think he's making that throw almost vertically.
Yes.
He was definitely on his way down.
Yeah, Pierce was coming in hard off the corner there and putting pressure on the quarterback, and he had to get rid of it quickly.
So we apologize for the delay on the second half. I actually was trying to take some pictures with a drone shot. I may share those after the game is over, trying to get some pictures of the Bulldog Band light show, and I'm not sure if they turned out, and I'll have to check here after the game. Here's quarterback looking way downfield. Bulldog receiver is right, or defender is right there, and a late flag comes in.
Yeah, there was a little bit of contact before the ball got there, a little bit of pushing, jockeying for position, as I say, but I have a feeling that's going to go against the Bulldogs from where it was thrown.
That was a 3rd and 7 play, and it will go against the Bulldogs, a pass interference call. It'll be a 15-yard penalty. That will ball be placed at the Wagner 42-yard line, and the Wardogs get new life.
And Jeremy, the penalties are not killing us, but they're surely not helping us tonight.
1st and 10 from the Bulldog 42. Quarterback from the shotgun, as he has been all night long, looking for the handoff, but the running back wasn't looking for it.
Yeah, I think they were on a different page there as he tried to hand it off and just had to tuck it and get what he could for a gain of 3.
He'll pick up to the 39-yard line, 2nd and 7, as we hit the 8-minute mark here at WL Odom Field. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Quarterback with the running back in the background. He'll get the call, number 6, over that left side, finding a little
open.
bit of hole,
Oh,
showing
one man
some
to beat.
speed. He's down the sidelines at the 10-5.
And he's in.
Touchdown, Wardogs. John, we talked about number 6 finding some room on
the left side,
left
on
side.
the far side, and it worked again for him, off tackle.
What we had not seen is the speed that we just saw.
Yeah, he kicked into the 4th, 5th gear there as he saw the sidelines and decided he was going to get to the end zone. And he found it as the Wardogs score and put 6 on the board.
39-yard touchdown run by number 6 for the Wardogs as Miami gets into the end zone for the second time tonight.
That's senior Hunter Nichols.
Okay. Nichols with a strong run, and that is number 8 is the kicker for the Wardogs with his 2 for 2 for extra points tonight.
So
Wagner Bulldogs 28, Miami Wardogs 14, 7:37 left in this third quarter. John, second, despite the 2 touchdowns and not even halfway through the third quarter, this will only be the second possession for the Bulldogs.
That's correct. So the Bulldogs score on the first possession in just 3 plays, and Miami answers back with a score of their own. So they took it 39 yards to the house on that left side. So maybe the Miami coaches are seeing something on that side closest to them. I'd call it the far side or the top of your screen. So we'll see here if the Bulldogs can answer back.
So, Tina, I see your comment there. Her and Randy Stamps are watching from the KFC in Broken Arrow right now. So, class of 77 and 82. So, appreciate the more Wagner alumni following Bulldog football on Friday Night Bulldogs.
They're offsides.
Here's an onside kick, and that's not going to make the 10 yards. Heads-up play by Javon Smith, and maybe even more of a heads-up play by number 54 for the War Dogs.
To grab him.
Or Smith may have been dancing in the end zone.
Right, yeah, he was able to grab his jersey there. I thought Miami was offsides in that kickoff, but the ref didn't see so. So the Bulldogs will take the ball. Once again, Jeremy, field position, key component to a lot of ball games. We'll take it on the Miami side any day, any time.
1st and 10, Wagner from the War Dog 42-yard line after the attempted onside kick of the War Dogs. Charbonneau from the shotgun. Here's number 26, Trenton. No, 26, I believe is, 16. All right, number 16, Trenton Edward. Number 26, Anthony Coleman, still looking to recover. I believe I saw his mom, Mary, talk about a broken collarbone.
Oh.
That happened at about game 4, somewhere around there, and so that's why we have not been calling his name and number over the weeks. But I think I saw her comment that he's looking to come back possibly in the second round.
Okay. I've had that happen, and that's usually a 6-week injury if everything heals up right.
Here's
Wide open.
Oh, that's Goodland. He was the man in motion, and John, he was wide open.
He was wide open. He's able to secure Wagner first down there as we get to the, looks like about the 27 of Miami. Good throw, good catch by Charbonneau to
Goodland.
Good one.
Yep.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was
Tip of the tongue. I was like,
trying to catch up with all our comments that over the halftime and this early on in this third quarter. So it's a Bulldog ball, 1st and 10 on the War Dog 27. Charbonneau from the shotgun. Here's Trenton Edward trying to get to that outside, trying to cut back in, and there just wasn't anything.
Too many white shirts.
There were white shirts all over the place.
Number 16, number 22, number 20. And on the stop.
That's a 3-yard loss back to the 30-yard line, a 2nd and 13. Kevin, we're going back to the playoffs, and I intentionally skipped over your comment, Kevin, as the Bulldog faithful will definitely know what you're talking about, but I'll let them catch it on the Facebook page. Here's Charbonneau on a 2nd and 13, hits Swanson with that underneath screen, and he's going to get back the loss of yardage and a couple more. John, that underneath screen has become a favorite of the
Yes,
Bulldogs.
it usually works. Usually everybody drops in coverage, and you drag somebody underneath. And usually we've seen it with Shield Knight doing it, and that time it didn't quite get what we needed, but it'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Dan and Marilyn, good night. Appreciate you logging on and watching Friday Night Bulldogs and the Bulldogs taking control possibly after this possession. But Charbonneau lost his footing, and then number 26, number 25 coming in and having the quarterback sack. Charbonneau was looking, I believe he was looking for Edwards in the end zone.
Yeah, he couldn't find anybody open. Miami with good coverage on all our receivers there. So, you don't want to force anything and throw an interception. So he was trying to scramble and unfortunately slipped and had another loss on the play. So it looks like the Bulldogs are going to line up and see what we can do here.
4th and 15 now from the Wardog 32. No one in the backfield for Charbonneau. Charbonneau looking left, staying left, and he finds Edwards there. But, he's able to shake one tackler and can't shake the second one. Number 28, John, was right there and looked like he had him wrapped up.
Yeah, I thought he had him, and then all of a sudden he slipped away. So Bulldogs unable to convert, so it'll be a turnover on downs as Miami will take over here at their own 26, it looks like. Maybe 27, depending. I'm waiting on the spot. I'm sorry, 22. I'm off 5.
There you go, 22. The War Dogs will take over. And just like that, John, the War Dogs, depending on how this drive goes, could be within one score.
They sure could. So we need a Bulldog defense here to step up here in the third quarter with 4:19 left. Looks like Miami's going 3 wide to the top of your screen.
Quarterback from the shotgun. 4:19 left in the third quarter. Running back gets the call, number 6. And this time he's not able to get anywhere as the Bulldog defensive line there to stop him. Dax Griffin, Charbonneau, looks like Steele, Davis, they're all in on the stop for a minimal gain.
Yeah, sometimes on defense you just got to get a hold of the player and just hold on to him until the cavalry comes. So we were able to do that. Had some arms around the ankles or legs, and then able to secure him down for just a 1-yard gain.
Bilbo Duncan, class of '89, watching from Wilburton, Oklahoma. Kevin Ford from Hulbert, class of '05. I believe that's the Kevin that I had in class.
They're going that screen.
Screenplay, and running back cannot haul it in as plenty of defensive players were after that quarterback.
Pressure, yeah. Yeah, you'll see when it's a designated screen that the lineman will just hold the block usually for a count, maybe a count and a half, and then they release and try to get downfield to block. But so much pressure there on the quarterback, he wasn't able to complete the pass.
Got many Bulldog fans at other games and watching FNB. Shout out to my brother Joe, original member of the FNB crew back in '09. And he is in Claremore at their field watching his daughter and on their senior night, and then watching some FNB at the same time. That pass intended for the receiver. The ball was a little high, John. Would have been a great catch, just not able to haul it in.
Yeah, it went right through his hands, and then as a receiver, if it hits you in the hands, you should catch it. But the throw was on the money. He had to stretch a little bit, but fortunately for the Bulldog defense, he was not able to secure that. Otherwise, it would have been a first down.
Andy Thornton says he's the proud father of number 11, Trace Thornton. He is at a wedding right now in Grand Junction, Colorado, watching some Friday Night Bulldogs. So we appreciate you logging on as well as everyone else. And here is the punt on a 4th and 9.
It's going to roll a little bit.
And that ball will be rolled dead at the 36-yard line. A little bit of worry there, maybe, John, on that possession, as the Wardogs had the potential of pulling within one score.
They did,
but the Bulldog defense forced, I believe, a 3-and-out.
Yeah, we held there. So if you're a true football fan, just a word of advice: don't get married during football season.
So he at Colorado, and boy, it'd be beautiful there for a wedding.
Fall
that's
foliage.
for sure.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it there.
Charbonneau from the shotgun. He'll take it himself. Shakes one tackler, almost shakes a second, but still picks up, John, probably 7 yards.
He did. Just straight up the gut. Got
We'll give you 6.
Got one player down for Miami. It's number 6. He's been a key player on their offense.
Scored
for
that
them.
touchdown from
Hunter
39
Nichols.
yards away.
Yep.
And hopefully he'll be okay. Greg Brody, see you. He's a classmate of mine. Says he's watching from Taylor's Ferry North tonight, right here in good old Wagner, Oklahoma.
Wagner, Oklahoma. That's not far away.
3:03 left in this third quarter. Wagner 28, Miami 14. We hope everything is going well for you at home. It seems to be a near perfect broadcast, and we'll keep our fingers crossed for the rest of this game as we hope number 6 for the Wardogs gets up and is able to come back into this game. Bulldogs come into this game with a 9-0 record, looking to go 10-0, a perfect regular season, and no doubt will host the first round of the playoffs, and that official word will come Monday at 8 a.m. as they meet for the official seedings. The preliminary word is possibly the Fort Gibson Tigers, but we'll see what the official word is. Number 6 still down, and hopefully just catching his breath, a little extra breathing time, and we want to see him back on the field. John, as we say every time when a player goes down, no matter the team, we want everybody at full strength at all times, and may the best man win.
That's right. That's right. You got to beat the best to be the best, as my friend Ric Flair used to say. But, unfortunately, it is a contact sport. Injuries do happen. You get banged up. I know I was quite sore after several games and had some injuries. The hardest I've ever been hit in my football career, Mr. Lenny Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
I have heard that several times from a lot
That
of players.
boy would lay the smacketh down on you. Yeah, the hardest I've ever been hit. I remember Chuck Freeman. He was running scout team, tight end. I was a sophomore, and he saw the play, and he said no. So he said, "Do you want to go in for me on this play?" And I said, "Sure." So unbeknownst to me, I caught the pass, and the next thing you know, I'm facing opposite direction, knocked out cold, because Lenny Williams knew exactly what was happening, and he had about a 20-yard head start on me as I caught the ball, and pretty much just laid me out, knocked me out cold. So that was my first concussion, and I think he broke a collarbone, and then separated my shoulder.
Holy smokes.
So, yeah, I was out for a good 6 to 8 weeks.
I have definitely heard those types of stories. I
God.
believe he wore the number 45,
45?
if I remember.
Oh, gosh, yes. I never saw it. I never saw it, but I definitely remember the hit. Would love to forget it. But, yeah, that's the most pain I've ever been in. I remember at that time, Mom and Dad, I was laying in bed that night, and my head was hurting so bad, the doctor came to the house and made a house call. I was in that much pain.
Here's a 2nd and 4 after the
Flag flies.
timeout on the injury. Here's Charbonneau,
He runs hard.
and he bulls over a couple of War Dogs across the 45 to the 44-yard line.
Yep,
I believe that one's going to come back on a holding call.
Yep. Gosh.
Bulldogs have had several penalties tonight, and
Way too many.
Yeah.
Way too many. Way too many.
John Janet Watkins says that she got married on a Sunday, September 14th. It was a Bedlam wedding.
I know my nephews. I had a nephew get married during the OU Ohio State game. Oh yeah.
The famous one where Mayfield puts
yeah. I can't. Yeah, that was it. It was it. That was a famous one where he planted the flag.
So a
At the
10-yard
50-yard line.
penalty puts us at a 30 at the 32. It'll be second and
Sharpen
long.
up the middle.
Charbonneau gets a lot of that penalty yardage back as he carries
Almost
Wardogs
10.
across the 40 to, well, they're going to spot him right at the 40. So it will be 3rd and 6. And John, if you're a Bulldog fan, you'd like to see the Bulldogs continue this drive and punch one more in for some a little bit more security.
Yeah, a little more security, a little more insurance.
Terry turning in for the night. I think he's got that big wedding tomorrow, but said the class is 71, so he's going to turn it in for the night, as Colorado probably is an hour ahead, so probably nearing 10 o'clock for him.
Oh, just a little behind him.
Charbonneau trying to get Shield Knight over the middle, and that ball falls incomplete, so it'll be a 4th and 7 for the Bulldogs, as looks like the Miami Wardog band is warming up over there, John.
They're getting ready. They're trying to get a little momentum for their team over there.
Absolutely.
I see the hands pumping, hips are swaying, shoulders are throwing. All right, Bulldogs line up in punt formation for I think this is the first time tonight.
I believe you're right. It'll be Whit Edwards.
Oh,
he gets a great punt.
He's booted that one.
Spiraling high and deep. It then takes a Bulldog bounce to about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, he put the toe to it.
35. I'm going to say that's about a 50-yard punt.
Mm-hmm. He got all of it.
Down
Good job,
to
Mr. Edwards.
the just outside the Wardog 15-yard line. So the Wardogs pin back deep. We'll call it at the 16, 1st and 10. 1:42 left in this third quarter. Number 75, Dax Griffin, checking back in. Not sure if he's getting worked on the sidelines. Just he's in position, just came in a little late.
Ball's
And here's
up.
a
Let's get
long
that.
ball.
Nice.
Atkins.
Yes.
Atkins with the interception with the Wardog all over him.
Yes. That ball was thrown up for grabs here on the near side. And, we were able to grab that for a pick. And Bulldogs have possession again. So let's get the momentum back, Bulldogs, and let's take it down the field.
Great adjustment by Sean Atkins on the corner and going up and getting that ball with the Wardog on his back. Comes down with the interception. 1st and 10 Bulldogs from Miami, 43-yard line. Charbonneau from the shotgun. Tight set. And Charbonneau keep it himself, rolls to his right. Got Goodland in the flat. Goodland.
Makes one man miss.
And he'll get to about the 27-yard line.
I think he's just a hair short, maybe a foot short of the first down.
Charbonneau had the option to run there.
He did. Yeah, he could have ran it or threw it, and he went ahead and chose to pass it, which was a good call. And they give us a first down.
It does. 1st and 10 at the Wardog 33-yard line. Charbonneau with Trenton Edward in the backfield.
Linebacker, man, he was coming.
Number 22.
Yeah.
Making the tackle in the backfield on Edward.
And Jeremy's this just in as the ball was about to be snapped. He was creeping up to the line of scrimmage, and unfortunately, the Bulldog lineman didn't see him and didn't make the adjustment. And he was able to make a tackle for loss in the Bulldog backfield, loss of 2.
Ball is at the 35-yard line. 2nd and 12 for Wagner. That's Swanson in motion, coming to the bottom of your screen. Charbonneau rolls left, looking downfield, looking down. Got Edwards,
Nice.
sits in at about the 20-yard line, steps out of bounds.
Enough
They
for
made it
first
look,
down.
made it look pretty easy there, John.
It's always hard as a right-handed quarterback to roll to your left and then get your feet set and get your hips square and your shoulders square and able to throw it. But Charbonneau did a real good job there of connecting on that play.
Edwards at the sideline, sitting right on the 20 for the Bulldogs, 1st and 10. As we come to the end of the third quarter, Wagner Bulldogs 28, Miami Wardogs 14. And despite the penalties and the turnovers, that quarter seemed to go pretty quick.
Yeah, that went pretty fast. So Bulldogs are holding on to a 14-point lead as the fours go up to signify the fourth quarter. So we do play high school football. You got to play for 48 minutes. You can't just win the first half. You can't just win the first quarter. You got to win all 4 quarters. So let's see if Bulldogs can hold on or actually build on to the lead that they currently have of 14 points.
Ellen Henson, I see you commenting tonight, wanting to know, just double checking who's in the box with me, and it is none other than 1987 Wagner grad John Page, as he's been here throughout the season, and the newest member, he and Garrett Haddock of the FNB crew, and we appreciate everybody's support as we are still currently we're going to look at 307 viewers right now, and no doubt way more views throughout the night that has happened.
Right. Yeah, it's an honor to be here. When they asked me, it was kind of a no-brainer to me, and I was like, well, it's a big commitment. And unfortunately, I had plans before the season started. I had to miss a couple games.
So here's Shield Knight.
Look at him go.
Shield Knight dives forward to about the 3-yard line. It was, I think we saw that play last week.
I've seen it before. Yeah, a little crossbuck,
but
with
not
3 in
with
the
Shield
backfield.
Knight.
No, not with Shield Knight. Yeah, it was a quick hitting play right off the left guard as he gained about 20 yards on that play. Showed that he's a running back. He actually plays tight end.
Yeah.
But, I mean, shoot, give him the ball again.
Yeah, we may see him again on a 1st and goal from the 4. Shield Knight on his first game back has missed the last couple.
He's
of
in the
games.
backfield again.
Okay, we may see the same exact play.
My dad always said, "Run it till they stop it."
And there's Steele, Bryce Steele, number 32, usually very active as he has been tonight on the defensive side of things. Gets his number called on the offense.
Hey, it's nice to get 6 points on the offense. And that was pretty easy going off the right side. Had the same formation that we did the play before with Shield Knight going on the left side, and then we go opposite with the right side with Steele, and he's able to punch it in for a Bulldog touchdown.
We got number 23, Rhett Butler's back in the lineup, kicking. And John, see if you can see Logan down there. That kick is up, and it is good as the freshman, number 23, steps back in to what he's been doing for about the last 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah, he's got some good work in over the last few weeks. He's been able to get in there and get it done.
Blocks him down on the sidelines. Looks like he's okay. And maybe just keeping Butler fresh just in case.
Yep.
So I don't think there's anything wrong with Bloxham. His first night back after about a 5-week hiatus, and letting the freshman getting some reps tonight as the Bulldogs pull ahead 35-14. And despite the couple of turnovers and the penalty yardage that we've had, the Bulldogs are starting to pull away.
Yes, it's good to see. I mean, despite the adversity of the penalties, and we've been able to move the ball and score, get the ball in the end zone. So that's 5 touchdowns for the Bulldogs with 5 extra points.
Number
Let's
11,
see where this kick goes.
Trace Thornton going to try to find the hole, and he does.
The ball takes a sideways bounce.
Oh, it's still loose.
Let's go.
And
Yes.
Bulldogs.
We got it.
Who picked it up? I didn't see him go down to the ground.
Number 6.
6, that's Atkins again.
Yep.
Sean Atkins just coming off the fresh Oski
Yes.
that led to the Bulldogs'
Awesome.
last touchdown. And now he has created another turnover. Well,
That's awesome.
Or he has made another turnover off, you would argue, the Trace Thornton kick.
Yeah, I mean, the ball bounced. It was a weird bounce as it landed on the turf. It took a sideways bounce and kicked towards the Miami sideline. So I can't tell on their helmets if we still do that. We used to get helmet awards. It was either a bone
Right.
or it was a skull and crossbones. So that would definitely get him a couple bones if they're still doing helmet decals. So we're in a double tight formation. That's the yes, we are going to run it offense. And don't get much on this one as the Miami stops us.
Looks like it was that Edwards now. I think that's Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Trayvon Williams, number 21. There it is, 21. I saw the one, just didn't know which side it was on, whether it was on the left or the right. So Dennis Patrick commenting, proud grandfather now from Chicago, Illinois, watching Bryce Steele go into the end zone.
Right on. Shield Knight
Shield
going over
Knight.
that side. Oh, he delivered a big shot.
I think he thought he was still on defense.
Wow. He lowered the shoulder and put the boom on that tackler and laid him on his back.
Probably picked up another 5 yards to boot.
Exploded.
That was that same play that we talked about earlier. Shield Knight getting his number called from the backfield, and he's going to get to the 25-yard line, third and a long 3 for the Bulldogs.
They're set up in that formation. Well, we'll go with Edwards here, the Wildcat.
Edwards
one we
going to
scored
take
on.
himself over the right side, just puts his head down, runs hard across the 20 to looks like he's going to get that long frame to the just outside the 16-yard line for first down yardage.
That's what I love to see when the offensive line fires off and actually drives the defense back, and the whole pile just moves backwards for positive yardage. So good job, Bulldogs up front.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs. At the 17-yard line of the Wardogs, Wagner looking to put the ice on this game. Here's number 32, Bryce Steele, getting his number called again, and why not?
Yeah, why not? We're going straight power here. I mean, this is, well, they say, let me untie my tongue. They say games are won in the trenches, and right now we're just going straight power, running between the tackles for the Bulldog offense.
Number 32, Bryce Steele, and Dennis appreciating the commentary. We appreciate all of our Friday Night Bulldog fans, and seems like things are going well. Again, proud grandpa. And now, Dennis, you're going to have to start commenting on the most recent post as Edwards over the right side breaks some tackles, and he will waltz in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs, number 1, Whit Edwards from 11 yards away.
Yeah, Miami had a chance to stop him there at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to break free and get that long frame of his, get that stride out, and break those tackles and get in for the Bulldog score.
I believe Dennis has been commenting on our post from last week, so we're going back and forth between posts, the one that we did this week and last week, and of course trying to keep up with our chat room on our YouTube channel. And we know you guys are patient with us as number 23, Rhett Butler, again, plenty of height, plenty of distance, and the freshman showing more confidence every single week.
Yeah, he's getting the work. He's getting it done. He got 2 points tonight.
And again, we love to see all the comments wherever you may be watching from, and by whatever venue you are watching from, whether it's your couch and your big screen TV. As I always see a lot of posts of people watching Friday Night Bulldogs. Got probably tonight might have some fires going in the background.
We fired up the fireplace a week ago.
Yes, or maybe you're watching from another stadium, as we know Heather and Joe are watching from Inola and Claremore, not too far away from here, not too far away from each other.
That's right.
And, of course, all over the rest of Oklahoma, all over the rest of Wagner, and across the United States.
So Miami's making adjustments here as they've kind of figured out where we're kicking the ball off. So they've got people all in that middle around anywhere from the 25 to the 35.
A little bit deeper this time.
So that's number 6 that was hurt earlier. He's back in the game, so it's good to see him back as he breaks 3 or 4 tackles.
Had a little bit of trouble fielding the ball, and looks like we've got
Bryce Steele.
Yeah, that's Steele, hopefully going to be okay. As number 6 returns it to the 34-yard line. Not sure what. Oh, okay. So we have a little bit of an advantage here, John, up in the press box, as we have the computer showing what they're seeing at home. So it's a little bit behind what we're live here. And Steele collided with his own man as they both converged in on the tackle.
Oh, yeah, that's I've seen that so many times in football. When you hit your own guy, you're going kind of opposite directions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he gets up on his own power, walks off, and we hope to see him very soon back on the defensive side of things, as he's gotten plenty of action on the offensive side, at least in these last 2 series, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Wagoner Bulldogs 42, Miami Wardogs 14, 8:15 left in this contest. Here's number 6. Nice to see him back from the injury, but he can't bounce it outside.
Yeah, he was trying to go on the right side this time, off tackle to the right. Miami had double tight formation, so that means that they have 3 linemen on each side of the center. When I say double tight, so you've got your center, you've got 2 guards, and then you've got 2 tackles and 2 tight ends. Yeah,
as the Bulldogs, under 8 minutes here, have taken a commanding lead over the Wardogs. So I'm going to start a little argument here. Actually, I didn't start it. Booty Pal, I'm gonna put you right in the crosshairs of probably a lot of OU fans, as the Wardogs make a
quick
catch
throw over the middle
and breaks a tackle now into the Bulldog territory to the 35-yard line. Old Jamie, I believe he's a 97 grad, and says OSU by 10 tomorrow.
All right. Anything can happen. It is Bedlam. I do, hate to say it, but OU does have a 91 wins in Bedlam in football, 91. So if we go on history, OSU wins every 1 or 2 times every 10 years based on history.
Is number 6 bouncing it to the outside, still on his feet, and stays
Flags
in bounds and running hard across the 20, almost to the 15-yard line. John, it looked like the Bulldogs had him bottled up at about the 28.
They did, and he was able to be inspired and get positive yardage on the play. I'm not sure what's going to happen. We got a flag on the near side here on about the 37 of Wagner's side, and then they threw a flag as he was running on the far side by Miami about the 25. So we'll see what we got here on the call from the referees. Got a holding on Miami.
I think it was. I think he had his hands out.
Okay.
So it might have been a block in the back. Either way, holding or block in the back. The Bulldogs are actually going.
So that's two penalties on Miami. So they'll take.
Okay. So that was the signal, because I saw him go to decline. I was like, wait a minute. He just made a great run. Why would we decline that?
Yeah.
But 2 penalties on the play.
Yeah, 2 penalties. So you usually take the one that's the more damaging to the offense.
And Gene, he says, Booty, whatever he's drinking tonight, he's had a little too much of. And Boomer Sooner.
Boomer Sooner. I was fortunate to be part of 2 Bedlam games, and we won both of those.
Okay.
So
Bulldogs jump early.
Good to have the state pride, and I know anything can happen, and it may not be the last Bedlam game. It'll definitely be the last conference Bedlam game for a while. There'll be a lot of excitement there tomorrow. It'll be a good atmosphere. It's good
Absolutely.
for Stillwater, Oklahoma. It's broadcast nationally on ABC TV.
Okay.
So, it's
Wardogs from the shotgun on a 1st and 10 play. That ball falls incomplete as Cody Allison looks like we got another Polk fan. He thinks it's going to be Pokes by 17. So
all right.
I'm sure we're going to hear some back and forth.
Oh
in our
yeah,
chat
that's
room
what
right
it's
now.
all about. It's about the back and forth. It's the house divided. It's state. It's team. I feel bad for Tulsa a lot of times, the University of Tulsa, because they get kind of left out in the bedlam. But
Right.
This has been going on since 1900. I can't remember exactly what year, but it's over 100 years that the bedlam's been going on in football.
Wardogs trying to make something happen over
Quarterback.
the left side across the 30, and it's Goodland and Thornton on the tackle. I'm going to shout out to my in-laws, Charlie and Lana Burns, watching from Toppers, America.
Yep, you know what it is.
So we got two sides of the lake and two sides of the river represented
We're covered.
tonight. Porter and Hulbert, and now Toppers and Taylor's Ferry.
That'll work. Now we just need Whitehorn Cove, Rocky Point,
Yeah, there you go.
Sequoia Bay, some of the other areas around Lake Fort Gibson.
And Super Blue thinks it started back in 1904.
1904, okay. That's 3 years before statehood. And Oklahoma State used to be Oklahoma A&M.
Yep.
For those of you who don't know, so they some Sooner fans, diehard Sooner fans, still call them Aggies because that's what they were, the Oklahoma Agricultural and Mechanical School. And, even though OU may dominate in football, OSU has dominated OU in some other sports like wrestling. I saw the Bedlam record in wrestling, and it was really scary. OSU's wrestling team has pretty much dominated us for over 100 times.
Number 4, quarterback, picking his way through the Wagner secondary.
Yeah, they've had success over the left side of the Bulldog defense. Would be our right side, their left side. So they've been able to get positive yardage there. I don't know what the Bedlam record is in basketball and stuff, but it's nice to have the Bedlam series and the competition between the state. It brings up a lot of fun, friendly competition. It does get a little. One side's always not going to be happy with the other side. Picked off.
That is picked off in some traffic is number
25.
No,
I
that's
think.
number 25. That's Booby Miles, as I affectionately call him. The Javon Smith is a sophomore this year. And
Nice pick.
Able to actually has made a couple of good tackles on the defensive side of things. We're had gotten used to calling his name on special teams.
That's right. Yeah, he's
And-
been a force on special teams. Yeah, he's in the right place at the right time that time as Bulldogs get an interception. And as we say time and time again, turnovers always a big part in the swing of a ball game. So let's see what the Bulldogs can do with 4:53 left.
We talked about Bulldogs kind of letting the Wardogs hang around that first half. They have not done so now.
Oh, we got a hole here.
That is number 6,
Yep,
maybe?
that's
Or is
number
that
6.
Swanson?
That's number 6.
6. No,
9.
number 9.
Sorry, Bo.
All right.
Bo McFarland.
That's right. McFarland able to
I
get to the 35-yard line, pickup of about 20 for Bo McFarland.
So I was hanging upside down there, actually, in the press box. It looked like, from being upside down, it looked like number 6. But just flip it. That's number 9. That's Bo McFarland.
Stacy's representing Rocky Point. So
there we go.
We got Toppers. We got Taylor's Ferry. Ray Lee Christensen is watching from a deer stand right now.
Nice.
Saying, go OU. Randy Easterlin says, go Pokes.
Yeah, he's a poke.
So-
I remember that.
And that's number 2, Decaden Ford, checking in the lineup for the Bulldogs as quarterback. And as Charbonneau is going to call it a night with the 28-point lead. We're at the 4-minute mark left in this ball game.
It's good to see him getting some reps in there.
Yep.
As late in the season.
He is a sophomore and Charbonneau a junior.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's always good to get reps, get action in the game, get real game experience because it's not like practice.
it is definitely a different
High
level.
snap. able to grab it.
Able to bring it down.
Here we go.
Sean Williams.
He's going.
He is at the 30. Wow, he is pulling away. 10-5 touchdown. Number 21.
Wow.
Sean Williams.
Kind of on a busted play there, Jeremy.
Yeah.
The snap.
Ford did a great job of just being able to gather in the snap and almost didn't get that handoff off.
Yeah, I really don't think it was a handoff. I would see the replay. It looked like it just bounced off of Mr. Ford there, a quarterback, and then just bounced into his hands, and he just snagged it and took it to the house for 6.
64 yards for Tayshawn Williams.
That'll get the average up.
He running through some traffic there at the beginning, but busted up
Acceleration.
in the open. Yeah,
Looked like
acceleration for sure.
Looked like a Mustang Shelby as he pulled away.
Hey, here's number 23, Rhett Butler. Oh, that
Miami
time
got
it's
that one
blocked. And so the score will remain 48 to the Wardogs 14, 3:08 left in this ball game.
Yeah, that was the most exciting play tonight here in the fourth quarter. Almost a mishap on the snap as the quarterback bobbled it, and it bounced right into Tayshawn's hands and took it 64. Is that what you said? 64 yards to the house.
Yep.
And literally, football fans, it's not the house. It's the end zone. But in football talk, that's just what we say. We say take it to the house.
John Debbie Grabler, watching from Portland, Oregon, says hi.
Oh, yes, Debbie. Hey, Debbie. That's a cousin. Debbie Whitekeller?
Yep.
That's Uncle Sonny's. That's Uncle Sonny's daughter. She's a loyal follower and faithful Friday Night Bulldog fan.
Put us on the map in Portland, Oregon. Of course, we have, I'll put up that map sometime this next week and let you get an update on that. I believe that we updated, I believe Cody put us on the map in Kentucky. I'm not sure if we had that yet, but a little fun way to show where the FNB Nation has spread to.
Oh.
The returner gets across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
He rolled up on his own guy there. That didn't look good, but he's hobbling, but he's up.
He's up, and hopefully able to shake that off. 3 minutes left here at W.O. Odom Field. Tyrone Grayson, I see, I believe you said an 09 grad. I remember old T-Bone from back in the day, and glad you were able to log on tonight. So, John, it's pretty safe to look forward to next week.
Yes, I feel like we got this one secured.
We will, for sure. We don't know 100% of who we will host, but we do know 100% that we will host.
We'll be back here, next Friday night.
And John, Mary Rose says to tell your brother Jay that the Rose say hello.
Oh, yes, the Rowe family. I remember them.
So that's Bo McFarland making a strong tackle.
Yep.
As
Gary Rowe is one of the first names that ring a bell. When I hear
same
Rose.
family.
Stump. Call him Stump.
Okay. So we will be right back here as we've already gotten permission to stream the first round of the playoffs. Just to let you in on how that goes, we have to apply to stream the playoff games. Throughout the regular season, we're okay to do as we will, whether it's away or at home. But when we come to the playoffs, we have to seek permission on, here's a long ball, and the Wardogs catch it into Bulldog territory, and I think they're going to add 15 on to that as with the...
Yeah, number 7 came in there and put a lick on the quarterback as he delivered it. I don't think it was a late hit, but he put a good stick on him.
Right. And it looked to be pretty good timing, but the Zebras see it otherwise, so they will tackle on 15 after that big-time connection for the Wardogs. But we will be right back here, W.L. Odom Field, at 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll start pregame at 6:45, and we'll start talking about our ending credits right now, John, as the Bulldogs have this in hand with 2 minutes left in the ball game. But whoever we may play in that first
Ball's on the
round.
ground.
It is on the ground. And
We got it.
Bulldogs come up, I believe, with their third.
Third turnover?
That is number 44, and I can tell, as I said last time, by the way he runs,
You
that's
recognize
Anthony
that?
Harris.
You recognize that gate?
Number
Yeah, we've got our second stringers in there on defense for the Bulldogs, so a lot of fresh players in there, and it's always nice to see them be able to get the turnover.
Number 44, the freshman Anthony Harris coming up with the loose ball, and the Bulldogs will get in the victory formation. Yeah, well, no, maybe not
yet.
quite yet. With a minute 54, going to run a couple of plays.
Yeah, Miami has 3 timeouts, so they would probably be able to stop the clock.
So,
3
John,
times.
we will again, we've already gotten permission from the OSSAA to stream next week's game. That'll be here at home, WL Odom Field at 7 o'clock. If the Bulldogs continue their undefeated season, as they have increased their regular season record to 10-0 for this season, looking for 11-0 next week. If that happens, the Bulldogs will be able to host the second playoff.
Yeah, second round. Yeah, that's a huge advantage. Home field is always an advantage when you can play at home in front of your home crowd. So we just need the Bulldog Nation to show up and support our Bulldogs as they have throughout the season and throughout the many years. It's nice to see familiar faces here at the games. I try to get here a little early and just see who I know. I may not remember the name, but I do recognize faces. And it's good to see you guys out.
So the second round, again, if Wagner goes on to win the first round, we'll be here at home. We will seek permission to stream that game. Hopefully there will be no hiccups with that. If the Bulldogs prevail then, it will be the semifinals, I believe, on Thanksgiving weekend.
Aha.
And that will be at a neutral site.
That is correct.
And, of course, it depends on what happens
Yeah,
first and
who's-
second
yeah,
of
yeah.
where that neutral site is.
Right.
And then, of course, if Wagner continues beyond that, it'll be the state championship in Edmond at the University of Central Oklahoma. So that, well, we still got 20 seconds left, but we appreciate everyone that has logged on tonight. And as the teams take to midfield to shake hands and call it a night, as the Wagner Bulldogs prevail 48-14. And Teresa Potts watching from the Candy Depot right there on Main Street here in Wagner,
downtown?
America. And Dan and Marilyn, good night. Also, Glendine Guerin, we talked with Glendine earlier, and has her great-grandson on the field, number 51, and I would assume that is Mr. Christopher Goodnight. Chris played soccer for me a couple of years back when he was an 8th grader, and said he didn't know a whole lot about soccer, but he knew how to be physical and he knew how to hustle.
Right.
And you know
Yeah.
what?
I always love the people that hustle.
Exactly.
Always. If you hustle and you work hard, yeah, you always got it. They are always going to get some playing time.
So the Bulldogs, as they always do, win or lose, by the way, head down to the end zone where the Wagner High School band is and also the cheerleaders are, and a little bit of victory celebration.
Yeah,
down
got
there.
to play that fight song. Never get tired of the fight song. Now, school spirit, yeah, we want to play that as often as we possibly can.
Stan Gross also watching from Rocky Point tonight, so we appreciate every single viewer that we had tonight, whether you stayed with us all night long or whether you just dropped in to see what was going on. We're still at 267 viewers right this second, and we are always thankful to those that, however you come and however you stay or go. So we are going to call it a night here at WL Odom Field. John, it's a little touch and go, maybe a little bit. Maybe not touch and go, but we're not able to seal it up as early as we have in the
Right,
past
yeah.
games.
I mean, Wagner, defending state champions, I mean, you got a target on your back. You're on this pedestal. Everybody knows who you are. We've made quite a reputation the last 10 or 15 years here with Coach Condit as our head coach. And there's a target on your back. So somebody wants to knock you off. So week in, week out, it's always different. We always have to show up. We have to play our best and know that it's not a given. We have to go out there and earn it each week. So it's good to be 10-0 as we wrap up the regular season and head to the first round of the state playoffs in 4A division next weekend.
As soon as we know, you will know. I'll post it on our Friday Night Bulldogs Facebook page, and we'll try to make a post there on our YouTube channel as well of who we will be hosting next Friday night. Be a special night, as no doubt we'll have a special recognition of our veterans.
Yes, Veterans Day.
November 11th, next Saturday, the official observance of Veterans Day. But here at Wagner Public Schools, we want to honor all of our veterans, and this will be the fourth year in a row that we've done this. We have a district-wide parade,
right.
And it's been a huge success. As well over 100 cars involved in that. All of our first responders leading the way, and each car passing by to smiling faces and waving hands and signs to every one of the buildings in our district. It's a real special time for Wagner Public Schools. We really enjoy doing that. So if you have a veteran, if you are a veteran and you would love to participate, meet right here at W.L. Odom Field on Friday at 12:30. That's when it's going to happen, right here at 12:30. Everybody will get organized and in a line. Sometimes, John, we even see some military trucks that some veterans have kept over the years, and It's always really cool to see those. And saw one or two last year. So if you're wanting to do that, please be, and if you have a Wagner Public Schools student or a grandkid, whatever they may be, if they want to ride with you, we're going to allow that. And it's always cool to see some of our students with their family members riding in the vehicles. So it's just going to be a really awesome time next Friday. If you're part of the community and want to be a part of that, Micah Wisdom at United Church, the pastor there, has graciously offered his parking lot right there on Cherokee as kind of a gathering spot for the community, as the parade is going to go right by there.
Nice.
So if you want to be a part of that, United Church parking lot, the parade actually starts at 1, and so probably the parade will go to Teague Elementary and then will pass by United Church on their way to Ellington. So at about probably 1:15, maybe 1:20, they'll start driving by right there at United Church. So pass that word around, as it's a great time, and we want all of our veterans here to be honored as they have deserved.
Surely 100% deserve it. I always try to tell my students, when you see a veteran, when you see somebody that served in the military, if you have family, always thank them for their service, because their sacrifice has been great for our country, and it's the greatest country in the world.
Absolutely. So with that, we're going to call it a night. Garrett Haddock on the camera and the computer, John Page, I'm Jeremy Holmes saying good night, and God bless America.